Hello, tubers, family, and friends. Good morning. Getting a little bit of a rain shower this morning, dropping there on the pool. This is the rainy season, so we get a lot of these on and off showers. But it's been a pretty darn good rainy season compared to most of them that I've seen in the past. Usually it's non-stop rain, but John's taking his swim in the morning here and just trying to walk around, do my morning chores, wake up, and I had a epiphany this morning that about the American presidential electoral race that's going on right now. And a lot of people have in their minds that, Trump's going to win hands down and blow everybody out of the water. Well, I hope that does happen because it's our own, the only last little tiny bit of hope that maybe something will happen to turn the country around. But I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, the deep state that controlling the U.S. and that has been totally controlling it since 1963 when they took out President John F. Kennedy. That's the year I was born. So that's 60 years ago. And ever since then, they performed a coup on the government, and they've been running the show ever since, the deep state. And the deep state are all your unelected officials that are permanent government employees, which is all the three-letter agencies, right? And it's undisputable at this point. They are in control of the country. They have been for many decades now. Their tyrannical control keeps getting worse. And they're in bed with all the big corporations, and they scratch each other's back and play their little world power games, not only with the people of the country, but with the rest of the world. But this is what's going on. Trump is rolling fast and hard, right? He's won Iowa. He's won New Hampshire now in the primaries, the Republican primaries. And that's right now it stands where it's Trump against the only remaining candidate, which is Nikki Haley, bought and paid for by the deep state and the military-industrial complex. And it's either going to be they'll make something happen so the election is postponed or canceled, like, massive pandemic, World War III, where bombs or nukes or something goes off in the U.S. will be a national security situation, and they'll stop the election, or they'll have something happen to take out Trump, and so Nikki Haley wins the nomination and then beats Biden. That's one possible scenario, but I think it's more likely because everybody knows, even the DNC and all the Democrats know that Biden is washed up. He can't find the stairways off the stages. He can't hardly talk. His cognitive ability is pretty much down the tubes. He's done and washed up. Everybody knows that. So it's more likely that they'll induce a heart attack on him, and he'll probably pass away probably within the next, I would say, 1 to 3 months. Then who will be waiting in the wings to take the Democratic nomination? It won't be Kamala Harris, the vice president. She's going to bow out. And who's she going to bow out to? Well, it's pretty obvious. Michelle Obama. She's black and she's a female. And that's what all the females of the country will be voting for her. I guarantee that. And a lot of the people in the deep state or in the people that are woke in the country, which is at least half the country, right? And then Michelle Obama, along with cheating in the election polls, will easily be able to take Trump out. And that's really the only challenge from the Democrats, that they got an ace in the hole, basically, that could beat Trump at this point. Because Trump is steamrolling hard, right? And Michelle Obama, in my opinion, is probably the only possible chance that the deep state has to take control over Trump and win the election in November. And the only other choice is somehow them taking out Trump and having Nikki Haley win the Republican nomination for president, because both Michelle Obama and Nikki Haley are bought and paid for by the deep state and the military-industrial complex that are running the country. So that's probably what's going to happen, short of them somehow being able to cancel or postpone the election in November. So just think about that and the implications that's going to be for the country. So, well, just, take it with a grain of salt, take it or leave it. But that's my opinion on that whole subject of presidency. I hope Trump wins, but I just don't see it happening. Even though everyone pretty much thinks it's a done deal, there's a lot of time. And most people don't have much of a memory. So the best thing to happen is maybe 6 months before the election, that this whole change will happen. What, hon?
Lansones from our yard.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, this is full last night, but you know how we eat so much of it. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
So yeah, that's Lasuni, and that's growing in one of the trees on our property here by the house. Mm-hmm. So it's a very delicious fruit. Open one up, hon, and show them. So they come out in bunches like that. Now take one apart and show them what it is inside.
Okay, I'm a model of it.
So yeah, see, that's inside, and those
there's some seeds.
These slices here, there's sections inside, and then some of them have a seed inside, but they're very, very delicious. I'll eat one right now. Very sweet, very delicious. But the fruits that take the cake for me, it's the top of all the fruits in the world that I've ever tried, is pomelo. It's like a softball, kind of like a grapefruit, but it's bigger than a grapefruit. And most of them there's some white inside and some of them that are pink, depending on the variety. But, oh my God, to die for how sweet they are. Unbelievable. I mean, mango, a nice ripe mango is really, really delicious and sweet, but the pomelo takes it by far. It blows every other fruit in the world out of the water for taste. So remember that name, pomelo. And the best time for them is between October through the beginning of January. Then that's the harvest time for pomelos. So remember that. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to bring to you what my thoughts were about the election, because the deep staters are an evil cabal. They're a mafia, really, that have seized power, right? And they've already been quoted by saying, we'll destroy the world before we give up the power that we've had for thousands of years. But in the U.S., they've had the power since 1961. Complete power. They had a lot of power before that too, but once they took out and assassinated JFK, they had complete power from that time. So anyways, that's pretty much Trump's the last hope that I can ever see on the horizon for the U.S. to ever try to change power. But if Trump ever gets in, some crazy thing happens where he's able to win the election, he better immediately take power of, because he is the supreme commander of the military, he's going to have to. That's what it's going to take, is to take the power of the military and the justice system and completely start arresting these people in a massive scale for being traitors to this country, or for the U.S., right? And that's what needs to be done. It needs to be absolutely clean the house out and then bring all the truth out of really what happens and how they've been controlling and running the country from behind the scenes for all these years. And you just need to, hands down, get it done right away within the first 90 days if Trump ever gets in, because that's the only way it's ever going to change. And yes, that's massive turmoil for the country, but you know what? Look what's happening if we don't do it. Should have did it 30, 40, 50 years ago, should have had this done. But everyone was blind to it, except for a few smart people. But anyways, you all have a great day. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.